plains nor their depths could claim me.
What's going on, everyone? Solarbacca for you guys today, another video, and today we have a different type of video. So basically, I'm going to be reviewing the coaching NEACE gives to a silver Gangplank player and mentioning the things that I believe he does right and additional information that could benefit all of you guys watching this video who are serious about trying to improve. So as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below. You see next, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. I am going in blind. I have not watched any part of this game, and I'm kind of just going to be free doing it. I guess something also I want to mention to you guys is also that I do my own coaching on Metafy, and I have hour-long sessions for $60 along with a Twitch discount if you're a sub, which brings it down to like, I don't know, $50 or $55. So if you guys are interested in getting GP coaching after watching this video, link will be in the description, and I'll try to post in the comments as well and pin that comment so you guys can see that. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this video is from October 7th, 2020, and let's go.
What's your approach in this lane? What are you thinking?
Just want to auto him every time my pass is up.
Yes. So
Q the shit out of him.
have you ever tried the pull drag method level 1?
No.
A little out of your pay grade, a little, but I want you to try it here. Here's the deal. So with NEACE's, you've got this huge advantage in lane. Okay. The problem that most GPs run into though is they push NEACE's under tower in a position to where they actually can't kill the NEACE's very easily. The NEACE's just farms. So what I want you to do is I want you to do a pull drag method. I do not want you barreling your minion wave mindlessly. I want you setting up the wave in such a way so that you can harass him playing the brush and then keep barrels just outside the wave so that you can barrel him but not push. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
All right, so we're going to stop right here. His game plan going into this, I do believe, is also correct. Versus Nasus, you don't really want to shove him under turret unless you're ahead. For example, if you have Trinity Force completed, if you have Essence Reaver completed, then it could be beneficial to punish them under turret, because then you have threat. You can dive them and you force them into a lose-lose scenario where essentially they have to make a decision between going for the minion and losing their health, or avoiding that minion altogether and keeping their health bar intact, which obviously is good because then they miss out on gold and potentially XP.
You gotta put your corrupting pot down. This is gonna be tricky to do.
Now, even though the items are different compared to 2 years ago, so that's season 10, right? Season 10 to season 12. Fundamentally, a lot of things are still the same about Gangplank. He's a character that's very important with spacing, and in fact, he's even more broken 2 years ago because Grasp still counts as a melee, and you have Time Warp Tonic, which hasn't been nerfed yet, and this is pre-durability patch as well. So Gangplank is in a better position to obviously carry, but I just wanted to mention this because fundamentally, Gangplank has not changed for the last 5 years, I would say, in laning phase. Mostly, if you're looking at anything to nitpick, it's the addition of First Strike and how you trade with First Strike, but for the most part, Grasp has remained the same for the last 5 years.
But once you figure this out, you can see very quickly how you can bully any sort of melee matchup that has a really hard time retaliating. So get right out in there. Same thing as we did before. The way that we do this is once the minions come up, we pop out of the brush. We're gonna aggro all 6 minions onto us. Let them just kind of like shift to us. You gotta just kind of dip your head into lane at the last second. All the minions swap to us. You duck right into the brush. The 6 minions redirect when you go into the brush, and they all target the first minion.
So what he's saying here is actually very smart. What I like he's doing here is thinking of a game plan before the lane even starts. A lot of low elo players, and I used to do this at 1.2, we tend to play reactionary. So what do I mean by reactionary? In the moment, we make decisions. When in reality, a lot of League of Legends, and specifically Gangplank in general, a lot of what you do in lane can be telegraphed very easily. For example, Cheater Recall is recalling on the 3rd or 4th wave in an effort to get your Sheen purchase, correct? So knowing that, you have to set up a plan ahead of time, slow pushing the 1st wave, slow pushing the 2nd wave, and then hard fast shoving the 3rd wave. So a lot of the times people will still do this kind of reactionary and they don't really have a plan ahead of laning phase. And then they end up in positions where, let's say they didn't go for a cheater. Now the waves are like kind of even, or it's kind of pushing into the enemy. Then they get ganked and die because they didn't have a game plan ahead of time. So I do like that he's actually telling him what to do ahead of time, because I feel like so many players don't do that.
That makes sense.
Okay.
It's really not that hard, but you know, people have never done it before, and it's really weird. And I'm gonna walk you through how to manage the wave. The goal, though, remember what I yelled at you about last time: is get right into the brush after. All right, every time you Q, get right into the brush. It's very important. I don't want you, as soon as that animation goes,
we go into the bush so that we drop minion aggro.
Dart into the brush every time, over and over again. And I don't know what's with these level 1s, but kids are scrapping, battling. I can't believe you had a fucking 14-minute match, and they just ended. They just ended through bot before 15 minutes. I have literally, guys, chat. I don't think you realize I've been playing this game forever. I've never seen them just siege without people being AFK. They were still. All right, so get ready.
All right, so
yep, you're just gonna kind of pop out. Yep, kind of dance around here. Don't touch him. Do not auto. Do not auto. Now go. You need to go back to the brush normally, because you wanted them kind of to group on you, and then you go into the brush.
Now, this was before Riot made it harder to pull waves. So pulling waves was very easy. For example, if you try to do it now, it's much harder. What I do like, though, with pulling the wave, as you can see, he has grasp up without having to use his auto on a minion or using his Q on a minion. And his grasp is already stacked. So now, let me make sure you guys can see my cursor. No, you guys are not able to see my cursor. What if I do this? If I do this, you guys... All right, so... You guys see this? If their jungler were to start here, right, and Nasus were to leash, he has to walk up. He's either at his turret or he's in river, and he has to walk up. I'm assuming that he's red buff because that's where they invaded. But assuming Nasus started blue buff, he has to walk up, and without you even autoing the wave, you already have grasp up. So you can Q him, and you can even stop him from going over this choke point with your passive, where you kind of force him to say, all right, go take my damage, or go walk the other way and lose a minion or two, which can translate to a lead because now you're able to slow push the wave, and you're able to get a slight XP lead.
It still is gonna work. It's just not ideal because the minions are over on his side. So
now he's at a point where he should be autoing the first minion of the wave to get his grasp going. Because now Nasus is gonna two things. Nasus is gonna end up coming to the wave, and he needs to have grasp up to abuse him, right? Because we're looking for a potential kill, or we're looking to just cheat or recall, and on that cheat or recall, we're going to hold him on like the 5th wave with our Sheen. 5th or 6th wave, depending on when you recall. And then you'll be able to trade a kill, or the Nasus will have to TP back. But either way, you're in a good position. So those trades early do actually matter. And the second reason is to get all 3 minions in the very beginning of the game. You need to auto 1 minion. You can't just wait for them to go all at low health last second, because that'll make your job a lot harder. So grasp to secure push, and last hit minions easier.
You're just last hitting, animation based, pure, like last fucking second, last cunt hair of HP, dude. You last hit. That doesn't count what you just did.
I screwed it up.
Yeah, it's okay. Q him. It's okay.
Yep,
it
Q.
doesn't matter.
He didn't Q him.
Hit it.
He didn't
hit
get
the
grasp.
Duck into the brush, just like I told you before. See how those minions are on you? It's because you didn't go to the brush. Q him, brush. Good. Now walk up with your passive and threaten to auto him.
Yeah, when he goes for that caster, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have let go of him there because he's just so out of line. But yeah. Now put your barrel not in the minions. Yeah, that's perfect. Walk.
Now this is something that I disagree with the barrel placement, and it's a little bit nitpicking. I'm gonna show my cursor so you guys can see. Where I like to place my barrels as Gangplank. I do think that this barrel is somewhat good, right? Because now he could stop these 2 minions. I think he accomplishes the same thing from placing his barrel here, but now he can stop this guy from walking to this minion, and Nasus is not able to go in the bush. He's kind of forced to stand behind, and you could even make him miss 1 minion of XP. In general, I think placing barrels to the side of your melee minions is always the best, because you'll always be able to defend that barrel while also farming these minions. For example, if he places his barrel right here instead, he can still auto this minion, and Nasus can't ever kill this barrel, because you're still in range to Q this barrel or even auto the barrel. So, although this is a good barrel, I don't think it's the best barrel. I think the best barrel is always going to be right to the side of your melee minions, the furthest melee minion.
Walk up and Q him though, spam him.
Yeah, he's got to Q.
He's fucked if you barrel him.
Yeah. Another concept that I think also should have been explained ahead of this coaching, especially when you're dealing with, or not even dealing with, like I said, this applies to, like I coached a Diamond player like 3 days ago, and even he didn't know this. A lot of the times you're forcing your opponents into lose-lose scenarios, as we spoke about under the turret. and poking them once you have a Trinity or Essence Raver completed, these minions were all low health. So because these minions are all low health, it's always going to be beneficial for you to pay attention to them. A lot of times people will think of just their minions, but you also have to remember the same way that you think is how the enemy thinks, right? You want minions in gold, he wants minions in gold, right? He wants gold, he wants XP, he wants all that good stuff. So you can actually farm your minions while also paying attention to your low health minions and force them into a lose-lose scenario. Walk up, lose your HP from getting hit by a barrel, but you get the minion, or let go of the minion and you retain your health bar.
Spam him. Now
So
barrel
here's
him.
where
Just
Gangplank
fuck
should
if
have
you barrel
barreled.
him.
Yep.
Walk up and Q him again.
I think that concept is important to explain, although it can be very tiring to explain. I think it's important to explain ahead of time, because a lot of times, for example, in this scenario, it's kind of like everything's happening in the moment. It's all reactionary, as I mentioned before. Whereas I think that concept could be explained ahead of time, and it could really help, because I feel like a lot of people, like for me, for example, it comes very second nature. Low health minion, punish him. But for most people, it doesn't. So I think explaining that concept can go a long way. Same thing here with the melee minion. He could have barreled him.
When he goes to farm that minion, set the barrel.
Hey, he said it. There you
can
go.
Do it.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. That's what I like
You
to
don't
hear.
do animations when
Let's
you're about to barrel
go.
somebody. Use your corrupting pot.
Yep.
Yeah.
That barrel's
and-
bad.
So like when you're about to barrel somebody, don't just throw your animations all willy-nilly. All right, we got a new idea here. Barrel them both, and then just play it slow and smart. There you
He's
go.
gonna get level 3. He's gonna get
Barrel down,
orange.
You got your W. Q him. Put your barrel down. What are we doing? There we go. Always remember, GP is barrel, dude. We cannot just stand around with the barrel all cooldown. Okay. We don't do that.
He needs
Q
to
this
pop
guy.
his potion.
This is good pressure though. Use corrupting pot again. Man, it's too low. Health's too low. Don't like it.
Yeah, he definitely
You'll get
needs to
better
purple.
at juggling the farm over time. This will ramp up your mechanics very fast. I promise. Q him.
I agree. This guy's walking too far back, though. He definitely needs to stand by his barrel.
Walk up and let him like auto me sometimes. Put the barrel like just behind the minions and get in his face. You don't have to touch him. You don't have to do anything to him, but he can like, yeah, now Q him. Good. Get up, get closer to your barrel. That
Yeah,
way
he
if
needs to
goes near
defend
you,
it.
Auto the barrel. Stop backing up so far. Like, get in his face. Get in his face. Get there. He can't touch you. He can't. You see what I'm saying? He cannot touch us.
Yeah.
So like, get in his ass. There you go. Now put your use your biscuit. Now we're just gonna last hit here.
Here he could kill him. He could kill him once
for a
his
second.
barrel's up.
And yeah, that's perfect. Now duck into the brush again. Put the barrel like right on the tip of the brush. I
shit.
hate these minion. We don't just do this because what's gonna happen is now, if we hit that barrel, we push everything. I'd back and reset with TP and mana crystal. Just start backing.
Okay.
He should have mana
The
crystal.
mana crystal out. Yeah.
Wow, mana crystal. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Yeah. Get there. I want to like throw a barrel down and block this push. Now just like.
Now he has to thin the wave.
Thin it a bit.
Yep.
Walk up and stop his back. Walk up, all the way forward. Keep going, don't care. Keep going. Q him. Now back away.
Good.
Now go back to lane and farm.
That's really good that he cancels that recall. If I were him, I'd even ward the bush to avoid getting lane ganked. And also to know where their top laner is at all times. Because there's some players who, when you have a freeze on your side, they're scared of getting ganked, so they'll absorb XP in a bush. So placing a ward in lane, I would even place it in the bush so that he can't see it, and so that the jungler doesn't know it's there. Nobody knows it exists. Just to have that extra information. Because now that he has some sort of freeze, the only two ways that he could get ganked are from either here in this tri-bush, or from here from getting lane ganked. So that ward will tell him that information to cover one end, and now all he has to do is ward the other side, or just play to the side that he's warded. So instead of being in the middle of the lane where he can get ganked from tri-bush, he hugs the top side because he knows he has this bush warded or this bush warded.
I don't like these willy-nilly barrels. Because what they do,
He needs the orange. Mana is
also
also your health bar on Gangplank. Mana is your health bar 100%, so it's always better to just orange.
barrels. And sometimes when you're barreling, it just doesn't make sense.
Like
to me.
something I like to tell people as well: if your mana is ever higher than your health, you're doing something wrong in Gangplank because your mana should be your health bar.
But I can go over that in the VOD.
Needs to
I'm
auto.
gonna write that down to do that.
He also has bone plating versus Nasus, which is just terrible. He should always have second wins.
Go ahead, Q him. Is he E-maxing us? What's his items? Get out of this circle. We don't stand in it. Oh, he's not. Yeah, I think he is actually E-maxing. Go ahead and Q and then combo the barrel with a melee. There. Back up.
It's a bad barrel. The barrel doesn't accomplish anything. He should ult and look bot lane instantly. The way I know whether to ult, and what I tell people as well all the time, people who I coach, I always tell them, you don't have to be this FTLS genius, escape bar, 10 monitors, looking everywhere at all time. No, you don't need to do that. All you have to do, look at the champion portraits. The Ahri is in our jungle. Samira is on top of the Ahri, on top of the LeBlanc. Champion portraits on top of each other. Look at the fight.
Pot.
You don't always need to F key. Or you don't always need to be looking.
If he's not 6 and we can combo a barrel, I want it. So put a barrel down on the minion. What he's going for. I hate that barrel. Auto the barrel, get ready. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to reset now.
Yeah, Sheen.
Yeah, I would just reset. I'd press B here. If we have to, we'll.
He has to look at Dragon. He should be looking at Dragon. This is like a 3-man ult. He's got it. I feel like this is important. Yeah. Yeah. It's very very important. Gives you a little bit of health faster. All right, as we're walking to top, I'm not gonna ult this wave because it's a small wave, but I'm gonna look around mid. Look around mid. Yeah, he could have got 2 assists there.
That, but yeah, I mean, you're purely just trying to steal a kill at that point. This guy has no
Right.
TP, so he's overstaying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hard shove, and if he goes back, keep walking at him. Oh yeah, you just shove. Like try to put the barrel down, like right on the wave, and combo him right
on
away.
the melee minions. I think it's very specific to say on the wave.
Like in Q.
I think it's very specific to. I think it's very necessary to make that differentiation because a lot of people will see the wave and they'll be looking at these caster minions or even the cannon when in reality it should be on the melees.
And then try to melee barrel. Okay, now shove.
He didn't get a Sheen proc on that. He should have waited.
So when I'm
Right here, you can see the Sheen's on cooldown. He should not have killed the Nasus. He should wait 0.5 seconds because it doubles your damage. Look what he does. He does 84 damage instead of doing like 140. And you're quite literally missing out on double damage.
The Sheen proc. See how you're autoing the barrel? We don't want that. We want the Q on the barrel. You get more damage that way.
Okay.
Take point Q. Put your barrel on all the minions, dude. What are these barrels? We're trying to shove right now. We're not trying to chill. Back up. Back up. Because you can basically drag the minions to you if you back up a bit more. I go for one plate here. Put the barrel basically where the wave is.
He should orange. His mana's his health bar. He should definitely orange.
That's not where the wave is. So like,
Oh, you wanted to
yeah, so
back.
that you can escape. Now pull off. We're just taking one plate. Pull off, and let's look around the map for an R. I see the Ahri. I don't know what she's doing.
He should be using his orange. This bothers me a lot that he hasn't said anything about it either, only because it feels like something so vital, right? Because during this time, he was shoving the wave the whole time and he didn't orange once. He could have already had a second orange by now and be up 150 health. So it really does suck that like he's not oranging. It's a free potion. It's a free potion and you're not going to run out of mana. And it can make a difference.
Like, sneak down there for a moment and see. She's gonna be out of ults. Yeah, she's out of ults, but I don't know if our ult kills her. Yeah, take this plant. Take this plant. Take this thing. Yeah, take that thing. Don't skip it. Every little bit of health matters a lot.
Exactly why I said that earlier too.
Okay, so we're on defense right now, so our positioning should reflect it. We're just gonna let this push to us and chill.
You should look bot lane. Yeah. The champion portraits right here, this is the same thing. I think this is also important for Gangplank and any champion that has a global ulti to really be looking at champion icons. Over here, these two right here, and also like I just witnessed Samira EN. Like I just saw that happen on the mini map. It's important to pay attention to the portraits because that's all you have to do. The wave is slow pushing towards him. He doesn't really have any responsibility. He can place a barrel right here to where the wave is going to be and look bot lane.
push to us and chill.
Chilling is the correct answer because you also don't want to die in a stacked wave because then he'll probably lose his whole turret or lose at least like 3 plates and also fall more behind. But he definitely can be looking bot lane for these ultis.
Down bottom, we're just staring at the ground right now. There's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Even though he actually said what I said, he said it like 10 or 15 seconds later, which can make the difference actually.
Do you want me to do anything with the wave or just leave it?
I would just.
He should be queuing the Nasus.
I don't think I mean, we can kill him, but it depends on how you.
He should also be looking
him and then combo barrels to him. So like when he's farming, you should be barreling right now. You should be connecting a barrel and just chaining it right away. Go ahead, queue him now. Barrel, chain it, hit him. All right, now smack him. Back up.
Q.
Yep. Now W. When he withers, you just W.
Yep. He should be looking bot lane again. By the way, I feel. Oh wait, never mind. That happened mid lane. Oh, don't miss the cannon. Don't miss the cannon, guy. Oh, we missed the cannon.
All these minions every time. Every time a big wave crashes, you just eat it. You just eat like 1 trillion minion damage. Just let it hit the tower. We're standing in E right now. Get out of this shit. I know this is hard, but you want to play GP, it's hard.
Yeah.
You should be looking bot. Bot lane the port. Yeah, I really feel like a fight's gonna happen at any single point.
Melee barrel if he wants to. Okay. It's not giving it to us.
Yeah, he's thinking every single minion possible.
Let's shove. Use your corrupted pot, shove. Now, this time I want the barrel on as many minions as possible. Barrel on as many minions as possible right now. There you go. Now Q him.
Excellent barrel.
Good.
Auto, he can ult this even.
I'm fucking all in here.
Honestly. Yeah, he can ult him. He can ult him.
If you barrel him again, all in. Yeah.
Kill his ass. Ult!
Ult! Ult behind him.
Ult!
Sorry.
Drop him. Put the ult behind him.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh man. Dude, the guy's dead,
yeah,
man.
Put the ult behind him.
Why does he even turn back? What does he want here?
Put the ult behind him.
Oh, that feels bad. That was a free kill. Ah, that's a free kill.
Drop that ult. I'm telling you, you kill him. I'm not here. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
Put that barrel down. All minions. Now we're not going to ult him now. I think it's too deep.
He can still kill him under turret. He just needs to place a barrel on the cannon minion.
All right, back.
Barrel on the cannon. Yeah, it's killable. This is killable.
And I'm not gonna have you do something crazy when we can just reset here for free. Go ahead, back.
If I were him, I see that I passive up in 3 seconds, or I would have placed the barrel, auto the barrel, right? Auto attack him with my passive after blowing up the barrel, right? The barrel doesn't need to hit Nasus. That's irrelevant. You just auto attack him, Q him, and ult because he has no flash and he's dead every time. Yeah, he's dead every time.
All right, back.
So I actually do disagree, especially after this. After this, yeah, you can definitely just walk up with passive, Q, ult.
I'm not gonna have you do something crazy when we can just reset here for free. Go ahead, back.
I feel like trading 1-for-1. Well, it wouldn't even be 1-for-1. I think he just kills anyways.
Phage.
Should I get it
Phage.
early?
No.
XE? No.
No. We're not doing that until you're comboing right. That's okay. Pointless. For now, we're just gonna focus on. Part of me wants to just TP and be annoying.
But at the same time, the same principle applies. He doesn't know where Udyr is.
Hard.
I guess Udyr can't kill him, right? But then we could have just had a kill under his turret.
Now, what you're gonna do is auto each caster once. It's a good way to do it. Now shove and
you should be looking bot lane.
Like shove, put your barrel on everything and look at bottom. I might ult that, but you need to look at it. Can't just look away now.
It's too late now. You should be looking bot. There's 3 people looking on the way right now. You should be ulting bot right away.
Put your barrel on the
minions. I think we've missed like 5 KP so far. I think we're being way too conservative with our ult. Especially considering that we're against Nasus post 6, right? Nasus post 6 is going to be a little bit harder to kill. It's easy to farm, but it's hard to kill. Meaning we should be using our ulti across the map. I think that's something that definitely needs to be touched on. Is the fact that like, not only playing Gangplank, which is skill expressive, but also being able to kill something that has, like, you know, like a Renekton after 6, Nasus after 6. It's not impossible, but at the end of the day, you're playing an island lane. You know what I mean? You're playing an island lane and you're already winning. You might as well be using that ulti to help your team, who you have no information about. Especially this guy, considering he has not, like, looked one spot lane. Or if he does, he's looked at it for like 3 seconds and then he goes back to his own lane. So it's important, especially in a solo queue environment, that you should be just chilling, playing your own lane, but also being able to ult cross map. At the end of the day, when you pick Gangplank, you're playing because you want to win your lane and also help your teammates win their lane, win the game by ulting for them. Your ult should almost never be used for yourself in lane. If it does, then it's not good because you're kind of coin flipping it a bit. Because most of the time, GP ults will make a huge difference, especially in bot lane 2v2s. Which obviously can be snowballing because winning 1-1v1 can determine the whole game.
Anytime, dude.
He needs to use orange and corrupting potion in a bush. That's what I do if I was him. That's what I would tell him to do too, is because he's not actually going to do anything meaningful to this Nasus, and he might as well be full health, because I think Nasus and Udyr just dive him from 100 to 0. I guess at the highest level that would happen, but maybe in silver it wouldn't. But either way, like, nothing is being accomplished here. Like, if I were him right here, I would use orange and corrupting potion, because how is Nasus going to kill him? Nasus won't just dive him on this wave, and he has the wave towards his side of the turret, so he's really safe.
Again. Relentless.
Yeah, another thing that he's doing, he's using a Sheen proc on the barrel, which is fine. But look, he's queuing this guy consistently without having a Sheen up. He's losing out on almost double damage every single time he does that.
I like just Wing in spots like these. When you've got so much mana, just exchange it, basically.
Yeah. He's gonna get the plate.
Yeah. You could, yeah, don't... Oh, I was gonna say, don't give it up.
He doesn't need to ult him.
Where he's going.
Actually, yeah, he does. He does now.
Okay, so...
He had to ult earlier for sure. Nasus is also one-shotting him because he gave him a free lane. By not placing barrels on, like, melee minions.
Well, Udyr's in mid, so we're not getting dope. But press, if you need to press W right now. He's gonna ES in a second. It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. Yeah. He's not really. He has no ult. I mean, I just put the barrels down and
Play it slow.
Yeah, I would just clear it.
He should be using his orange again.
Yeah, I would jam. He's out of mana. I would be cocky and just shove. Again, barrel on all the minions.
He's not paying attention. He's not even watching the fight. Oh, jeez. So, the coaching will end up stopping at some point, by the way. Only because Gangplank's most impactful. Like, the time that you want to climb as a low elo player, the time that you want to climb and have the most impact in the game happens from pretty much the 0 to, honest to God, the 15-minute mark. Everything after that, to me, in a way, it's extraneous. The next important part is, I guess, from 15 to like 25 minutes. Or 15 to 28 minutes. After that, it really is a coin flip after 28 minutes, I'd say. Especially if you're looking to climb. All your games you want to be done anywhere from like 15 to when they can FF to 29 minutes max. That's when you want the game to be over. That's when you have a lot of control. You want the game to be in a decisive position anywhere from the 0 to the 15-minute mark. So the reason I say that is because as the game goes on longer, you can't control your teammates. You can't control what is going to happen. You can't micromanage them. And the enemy's going to scale. Both teams are going to scale inevitably, right? But the thing is, one person dying, 30-second timer, you might have lost mid turret, you might have lost bot side or top side vision in your jungle, you might have lost dragon, you might have lost baron, you might have to respond, you might have to take a 4v5 now. The worst things happen the longer the game goes. But early on, when you're in charge of your own fate, you can do a lot of things. For example, if you're winning your lane, now the jungler or the support might roam to your lane. And if you have the lane in a decent spot, or if you have a lead in the first place, there's a good chance you're going to have potential to 1v2. Now that you 1v2'd, right, because their jungler is top lane, your bot lane, your jungler goes bot lane, and your bot lane now fights 3v2. Now they win. Or top laner rage quits, or their support roams top, so now bot lane is playing 2 versus 1 in your favor. So that lead will always be regained somewhere else. It's just a matter of... what's the word? It's just a matter of having a significant impact from the 0 to the 15-minute mark. And then carrying that lead from the 16-15 to the 28-29-minute mark. You should really be looking to end the game by like 25 to 29 minutes. That's when the game should be over. If you do that every game, you will climb. But you need to focus from the 0 to the 15-minute mark. It doesn't matter if you can one part. It doesn't matter if you can triple, if you can phantom, if you could do the craziest flash combo. No one cares. I would rather play 0 to 15 minutes perfectly than play from like 20 to 30 perfectly every day of the week. Because 20 to 30, that's stressful. That's painful. That takes a lot of thinking. It's a lot more difficult to succeed. 0 to 15, if you're able to do that, you can have like a 95% win rate to diamond. I've done it. I've had a 97% win rate to diamond. I've had an 80% win rate to masters. And if you look at my match history in those games, when I do them on stream, you'll see that most of my games are over by 21 minutes, 23 minutes. Why? Because I have control. You may not see me do a single phantom barrel. You may not see me do a single one-part combo or a triple barrel combo like you would imagine. Because I'm playing the lane extremely well. That's what I think you guys should also take away from this coaching and from this video in general, is that by having control of that early game, you don't have to be me. You don't have to be Mankey. You don't have to be Tobias. You don't have to be anyone. You can just be Randy Dandy, forklifter Terry, smurfing on diamond people and winning games in 20 minutes.
Just back?
Yeah.
Not a single combo.
You to take boots and then attack speed here.
I agree.
On the next back, we'll be able to afford Triforce.
You should also buy Blue Trinket here. After level 9, I think Blue Trinket's always best on Gangplank because it's a permanent ward that you can place globally, and you can set up a line of vision going down your jungle. Example, Tribush, here, 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 this river ward, or in the enemy jungle, here next to the blue buff, here above blue buff and Gromp, here to the right of Wolves. These are all very good wards, and then this ward is versatile. It can be used as a line of defense or a line of offense. This ward right here, along with these wards here, can be used offensively. So Blue Trinket is always superior to Yellow Trinket after level 9 on Gangplank in my eyes, especially since Gangplank is looking for domination always. He's not really looking for 1v3s, but he'll definitely fight a 1v2 happily. He double pass reset, but I don't think he knows what that is. NEACE also has Iceborne, so Gangplank will never win this. In no world does Gangplank win.
Alright, so this time, I'm going to have you nail this time, or I'm going to hope. Barrel on all the minions, Q the barrel, back up. Q, barrel on all the minions, calmly Q. Now back up again, barrel on all the minions again. Calmly Q. This should look nice and neat. My OCD is getting triggered. Because you're running in and out of the wave, it's a mess.
Yeah. Another thing that I'll mention about this guy's clicks, a lot of loyal players, they click like this. Can you guys see my cursor? Yeah, you guys can, right? They click here, 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 here. They're like literally trying to run a marathon. They're trying to do 360 with their mouse going across the world, going to Bulgaria, going to Brazil, going to China. Dude, it doesn't matter. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's silly. And you create more stress for yourself. Keep it nice and neat. Nice and neat. Left, right, up, down, even closer. The closer you get, the better, honestly. Not really like here, obviously, but like here is good. Here is good. This allows you to control your character much smoother and much faster. Because look where this guy is. Look where he clicks. Look, he's going at. Look, where is he going?
Because you're running in and out of the wave.
Those aren't the worst clicks. But look where then he clicks like over. Like it's just bad. It's bad.
Good. Good. This guy's fucked.
Does NEACE have one?
Put the barrel down, yeah. All right, barrel on all the minions, all of them. Good. All right, let's
Good. All right. I will watch one last fight. Only because this is irrelevant. I'll watch a Triforce fight.
We're trying,
and that's where I'll stop this coaching, because I think that this is the most important part of the coaching. I think everything after this doesn't really matter. But if you guys would like me to review it, if you guys want to see me review the full game of this game or even other people's games, or post my coachings, because I have multiple coachings readily available. If you guys want to see those on YouTube, comment down a special keyword that only people who watch the video would know. I love you, Solarbacca. That's the keyword. If you guys wanna see me review the rest of this game and also review other people's games or upload the coachings that I do, I love you, Solarbacca. That's what you type in the comment section down below, and I'll know to review the rest of it.
So either you are putting that barrel to shove, or you're putting that barrel to play defensive and keep the wave. So if you, right, you're like, always get our barrel down though.
Nah, he's not doing anything. This guy does 1 damage. He's not doing anything. But yeah, that's it from me, boys. If there's anything I'll say about this coaching, I think NEACE does bring up a lot of great values in this Gangplank coaching. I do think, however, sometimes he gives them a little too much credit, if that makes sense, or maybe not too much credit. He assumes that like, I haven't seen the VOD review section of this, correct, right? So I don't know if he'd go over this in the VOD review. I assume he would, to be honest. But I feel like some of the concepts that he says are more so implied than explained. For example, with sometimes he uses his experience, but I feel like maybe he might be not downgrading his experience. What's the word for it? He might be underestimating his experience as just experience rather than fact, objective fact, if that makes sense. Because some of it is objective fact. For example, when he said, I would orange here when I have nothing to do, that's objective fact. You should be oranging. You should be using your orange because it'll keep you at a higher health and no action is going to happen from the wave slow pushing back to you to when it's close to hitting your tower, right? You have a free 15 seconds, 20 seconds there. You get a free orange. That, I think, is objective fact, that you will get free health if you press this button because nothing is going to happen during this time and you have a guarantee, right? As for the barrels, I feel like a concept of a lose-lose scenario would really benefit, especially from teaching top lane and especially Gangplank, because a lot of players, they play reactively. So I think coming into the game with the mindset of, okay, I need to force the opponent into a lose-lose scenario can be very refreshing and make it easier for his coaching, right? Because he has to do less work because he already explained the concept, right? And I see there's a section here that says practice tool general tip. So I'll look over that as well if you guys type I love Solarbacca in the comments, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like going over this concept, I feel like ahead of time can be very beneficial to the client because you're not just going in blindly, if that makes sense. So on that note, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below what you want to see next. And if you guys want to see Metafy, I do have 50% off for all my Twitch subs. And these are all my tiers. I have $40 for 1v1, $100 if you want 1.5 hours, $160 for 2 hours, and just $65 for an hour. And if you use a Twitch code, you get 5% off. Actually, I thought it was more. What the heck? But it's 5% off, and yeah. On that note, love each and every single one of you. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.